Many said this fight would never happen, and yet here it is, and here we go. That big hook doesn't land. Throws the jab, but it doesn't score. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twitch you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I gotta respect both of them more than happy.
Antonio Tarver's in big trouble. I thought that was going to be a knockdown at least.
Bean Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
You can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. From this moment forward, he cannot afford to lose another round.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there and think, right, you know what, next round, you're getting it. You're going to get it. Kitchen sink.
The chop split. And then start gathering your pace and get your momentum back and win.
Here we go, round two. Who's going to land the first big shot? After that last round, something has got to change.
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt. You've got to get out there again. Be smart. Be sharp. Don't be a fool. Don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Good counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Tough to be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. Nice idea with the jab, but does not land. Beautiful counter punch. They better start respecting each other's punching power. How about that time counter shot? You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. That's a very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Oh, what now for Johnny Nelson? Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. Well, we know they've got the advantage. And there's the bell to start round three. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Johnny Nelson just got hurt. No, we don't see a knockdown.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Beautiful counter punch. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Good counter punch. He's got to figure out a way to neutralize that length.
Very smart, very sharp. This is the fit young man style that he's got to get inside that long reach. Not many fights can do that.
Tarver's been rocked. Thought we were going to see the finish there.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they...
You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to... There's the bell to start round 4. It has been all one-way traffic. How do they turn this around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Punch, counter punch. The courage on display here is incredible. Trying to land that jab. That counter punch caught him clean. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Well done with that counter shot. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Beautiful counter punch. That left hook misses. He threw a punch and just got countered. That big hook doesn't land. You don't want to go tit for tat in there in this fight. Johnny Nelson got clipped, and now he's in some serious trouble. Keeping those gloves up, the guard high, paying dividends as it seems. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round. Here's the bell to start round 5. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. Nice counter shot. The perfect counter lands. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
They know the second.
Whoa, hold on a second, Johnny. The end may be near for Nelson. Don't believe what we're seeing here.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What will they do? What will they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched. skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
That counter punch caught him clean. No rest for the weary. Hold that thought! Oh, that one caught Tarver clean, and he might go down. Disaster averted, it seems. We continue on.
Now they've got to wait.
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. As bad as boxing... This is the beginning of round 6. Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter shot. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Oh, what now for Johnny Nelson? A much better game plan here.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed back on it. Like it never happened.
That counter punch caught him clean. Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Nice job blocking the hook. Couldn't land that jab. Swing and a miss with that jab. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. Well, he is glad to have heard that bell. There's the bell to start round 7. That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
A perfect counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You can tell who it is.
This can be so frustrating when you're under such a fast fighter.
I gotta stop you here, Johnny, as we pick up the heat. Tarver in some serious trouble. Good job trying to back out of trouble.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. Beautiful counter punch. They both want the knockout. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. At this point, you got to believe he can't win on the scorecard. And we enter the 8th round. Let's see how they bounce back here in this round.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
There's no doubt that this fighter's power can change the fight around in an instant. You can't afford to make one single minor mistake.
I've seen certain fighters that can depend on just their power alone.
And Antonio Tarver crushes to the canvas. A big headshot and he goes down. We have got to see that again in slow motion.
You're right, Todd. What a shot.
Apparently, it's going to take more than that to keep this fighter down.
The corner need to think nice and sharp. They know their fight. They know what their fight's capable of doing and what their fight can and cannot take. This is going to be a tough decision to make.
We're at the halfway point. There's no doubt who's won this round so far.
Perfect game plan. The thing is, can anybody figure out what to do to change this? It's a perfect start.
You can see the heavy breathing, but that's not slowing him down. Tarver in some serious trouble. How are they still standing?
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step.
Final 10 seconds here, unless something major happens. I think we all know who won that one. Talk about Tarver in that last round. You've got to wonder how big of a factor that knockdown's going to... And we enter the 9th. Let's see how he bounces back here after getting dropped in the last round.
That knockdown we just saw was a heavy knockdown. I'd be very, very surprised if he'll come out fresh as a daisy. That's not going to happen. He's got to hustle now. He's got to bluff them.
Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. That jab doesn't score. Tarver's been rocked. A true champion knows how to get out of trouble after they got into trouble, and it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
Bing Days now needs to steady the pace. Get the pace back to normal.
Johnny Nelson got clipped, and now he's in some serious trouble. And right back into the fray.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like...
Hold on, got to cut you off here, Johnny. Oh, that one caught Tarver clean, and he might go down. How is this fight still continuing?
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Tarver in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty... There's the bell for round 10. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
The right hook misses. That counter punch caught him clean. You'd like to see more hold that thought! Johnny Nelson just got hurt. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
Deciding to let it all hang out here in this round. Misses with the straight left. The end may be near for Nelson. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough...
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Nelson in that last round. How much cardio was put in? Let's start 11. Not sure these two fighters can keep up the pace we saw last round, but you know they're going to try.
Exerted a lot of energy in the fight so far. Now they're shattered. This is what you call championship rounds. If you have done the work, slept right, ate right, prepped right, I'm expecting you to get through this. If not, if you've cheated, the ring can be the loneliest place in the world.
Beautiful counter shot. This fighter has been extremely aggressive so far, Johnny, but how do they keep it up over the distance of this fight?
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
We're at the halfway point, and both of these fighters know the round is still up for grabs.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. Incredible work rate. Catch and shoot. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Tarver in that last round. Stamina is always an issue. And there's the bell to start round 12. How much do they have left in the tank after that last round?
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous. Like the...
Oh my God, Johnny! Oh, that one caught Tarver clean, and he might go down. Disaster averted.
Step back, compose yourself, compose the pace, then move, then step it up a little bit. Because if you're getting caught like that beginning, you get caught a lot more at the end.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Beautiful counterpunch. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Halfway through the round, and man, did you see that? Tarver's been rocked. And it appears they weathered the storm. How, I'm not sure.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
And he scores with the counter. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. There's a counter shot. No surprise as we get a unanimous decision there.